how do you feel when you drink the product that you created? Talk to me about how you feel.
Yeah. So whenever I consume the Irish moss, I feel like I'm more there, right? Because how some people you can be in the moment, you can be in the moment, but not necessarily in the moment. I feel like I'm there, like I'm fully behind the driver's seat, behind the wheel, and I'm fully controlling it, right? Um, it gives me a feeling of I'm more in control of emotions. I can sleep better, digestion's better. Um, you know,
Feel
uh,
like your digestion better? Does it actually help your your digestive tract?
yes,
It does.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It
How
helps
does
with
it do
that.
that?
Well, it cleans out the gut, right? Because that's where what about 90% of your serotonin receptors are and
Yes.
whatnot. So, whenever you clean out that gut biome, it allows for your body to feel better and for your mood to be better, cortisol levels and whatnot. So, it brings, like you said earlier, a sense of homeostasis, of balance or equilibrium back into your body.
Mhm.
Um, you know, j- just to be in an environment where now you can be your best self and do your best work. Because if you're not clicking all cylinders physically, you're not going to click on all cylinders mentally, and vice versa. Which you can't get outside of yourself because you're still stuck in yourself. Like you're still there for yourself. Like that cup is still empty. All right. How can you fill that cup when you're over there? PJ can your stomach. How can you fill your cup when you're having these issues, right? We can only be our best self once we supersede those issues, right? Um,
So there's a direct connection between your physical and mental health and what you put in your body. Yeah, and that's what people need to understand because we've never really been taught that.
absolutely, absolutely. The gut is the second brain, all right?
Mhm.
The body and the mind is connected.
90 seconds.
We can keep going. Go ahead. Don't worry.
The body and the mind is connected. You can't have one without the other. It's
Mhm.
almost like saying, "Hey, I want to go buy a car, but please leave the engine out, and I'll buy that separately." Right?
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Or you're driving the car and you get this signal, the light goes on and you ignore it.
Yeah.
Like, really? Because your car is going to be on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like if the gas tank is empty, you're not driving.
60 seconds.
Darlene K has a question. Do you drink it on an empty stomach first thing in the morning?
Yes, you could drink it on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. That depends on if you want it. Sometimes I drink it before I go to sleep because it has magnesium, helps me sleep also as well. Not as much as like the blue vervain because it has a lot more magnesium.
Uh-huh.
Um, but you can do it throughout the day. Morning is good because it's almost like a multivitamin. So instead of going to GNC and buying it, you're getting it from nature. All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I had mine this morning on an empty stomach,
Mm.
and uh, Darlene, I did not have any stomach upset. Actually, what I had was mental acuity, is what I had this morning. And and I drank
10 seconds.
I probably drank about maybe 6 to 8 ounces last night as well. So, um, and my stress levels outside of having this have been high just because we have a lot on our plate, our family. Um, so it helps me maintain my mental balance. So, oh, she pooped on my shirt, but it's the same color. Hey, there you go. She thinks it's funny.
She's laughing.
Um, and Vieta says, I have a friend with sickle cell. Could her symptoms be helped with your product?
Absolutely, absolutely. So what CMOS can do for you is like I said before, put yourself at a homeostasis or equilibrium where your body can now express itself in the best way possible. Because genes, when put in a constructive environment, will express itself constructively, right? If you're backed up with a bunch of synthetics or things that are counterproductive for your body, well then no. So this is going to help you with it. Also, along with our product, right? It's because me personally, I like to tell the totality, the whole story, right? The body works in a holistic, not HO, it's WHO, right? Holistic, right? Where you're exercising, and I call it 7 natural doctors. You're exercising, you're getting proper water, air, sun, sleep, stress management, and diet, right? It's, you got to do all those 7 things every single day. And that diet aspect is huge. And that's where the Irish moss or other minerals come in, right? But yeah, it's maintenance. It's just not one thing. You're just not only putting gas in the car every day. No, you're doing a lot of things to that.
Making sure the tires are filled, right?
Everything. You
Got
check
the oxygen in the tire there, in the tire, or oxygen in the brain.
Yeah.
And you make such a good point. So, I studied not only holistic nutrition, but also science-based nutrition, right? Mm-hmm. And what science-based nutrition, what they both say, but the crux of science-based nutrition is that you can have any gene, like, let's say the gene for Alzheimer's, cancer, sickle cell, and it doesn't need to be expressed, meaning you're not symptomatic, if you're fueling your body with what it needs. So I'm 59 years old, and I'm showing you my hands for a reason. So they look pretty decent. Okay. My mom's hands looked crippled by this age because she had arthritis. And I have arthritis. I've had arthritis, I don't know, can't remember when. It's not expressed. I have no pain, no symptoms, no weakness, no nothing. I take care of my body. I treat it like a temple. Someone's hiding, going down my back. Where you going, Tinkerbell? So that's, you have choices in this world to how you want to fuel your body. And I'm going to tell you that, the organic apples a little bit more. If you're buying organic eggs right now, well, okay, there's been all those jokes all over the internet. But here's the thing. It's still cheaper than the doctor visit or giving up your life. So just look the other way. Forget about it.
Walking an extra 30 minutes or 45 minutes to an hour is cheaper than taking a psychotic medication or something like that, right? It has probably more of a profound effect when you're exercising or when you're sleeping those 8 hours. Your body can reset itself, bring it back to homeostasis, equilibrium, right? When you're sunbathing right now, it's probably impossible to do it all across the world. Right? It's too cold. It's too cold here in Miami, but sunbathing, depending on your skin complexion, if you have a lighter skin complexion, which they call pheomelanin, or if you have a darker skin complexion, which they call eumelanin, well, you need to understand how much time would be best for your skin type, depending on what region or latitude you're at, or high altitude or smog or whatnot. So there's a bunch of different elements to health. And, the most digestible way of understanding health is through diet. It makes sense to more people. But then when you look at, hey, you should block the blue light on your phone, put the blue light filter on, or when you're at home at night, wear some glasses like yours that has a blue light filter on it, right?
Mine does, yeah. Mine does have a blue light. So my glasses have a blue light filter. Mm-hmm. I turn off my Wi-Fi at night. Okay. We don't keep a TV in our bedroom. And these are things that you all can do. And if you want to neutralize electromagnetic frequencies, we have stuff that plugs into the wall and then it just neutralizes everything. There's other ways that you can bring a specific frequency over the longitude and latitude of your home that brings in the frequency of God and shungite, which naturally neutralizes EMF. When you get your food, it's important to clean it in a way that stops the unwinding of the DNA of that food, right? So it's not even so much about because we buy organic, but if I buy organic, not from the farmer, and I buy it from the store, it's been in those lights and it's now it's changing the DNA of that vegetable or fruit. And so I'm putting it in a space where it stops unwinding and I can actually maybe even have it heal. So, there's so much more to it.
So much. It's so dense. Like to have this conversation to go into every every minute detail, it would take forever.